Khubor district ka East Khasi Hills kilapan kre banwanra ya ke election kebayat baik ya rinti kebakhoj ber kebasuk kebasan hagi khasan teli ki constituency jong ka Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council habakren skilap thai Khubor ha sing thoding ka deputy commissioner ka kong RM kurba kalapan tep ba na ki khasan teli ki constituency ka KHDC ka jingthep kyrteng jong ki kyrtong na ki shphau teli constituency kalong ha ISBT mauyong Laiteli ki bakun thop ya kanong spung sawyong ba son kham kalong ha DC office chlong but arteli ki bakun thop ya ka penorsla ba langkerdem kalong ha ka office SDO civil penorsla ka DC kalai thu ba ya ki jingñiew ya ki vote jong kini khatsan teli ki constituency kalong ha ISBT kalai thu ba ka daw bala rai ban prankriya ya ga jaka penya ya ki election sha ISBT mauyong kalong banum punthut ya ki school ka jingsdang jong ki board exam mat ka jingtheng kali kalau pentipru baga sengi banbu ya kejingkam ba kejing persya ya kejing penung kerteng haka electoral roll kalau kot haka arphar tarik kula lingkon but ya ke electoral roll bakaddo on sapenmi haka arpnyo tarik kula lingkon but on sa IT ru shabaro kiseng sen perthei la pentip baka office kala dep ru ban ai jingkai hado RCN ya ki RO ARO bat kiseng sen perthei ru kumju Kalong baka sinong mau konro kadang dan hapedeng ke curfew namar ke jingkulmar bami dangshen halor ke jingsna ya ke ying school bad ya kani on span bed no shen habapin bana baka model code of conduct kan satrikam no nadu ka arpunyo terik ukla lingkot ar jarapsan ba ya ki kritong ban pelut ha kani election kan long sanlak tingka bad ka security deposit kalong lai hajar tingka Lapentip balakhang ya jingra pisa bapalat ya ka sanpho hajar tingka hendai kinong trekam lejong ki bara pisa palat ya ka sanpho hajar tingka kila adab ban panjing bit but airu ya ki kot gisla badan kam
Of filing of claims and objections for enrollment in the electoral roll has already been completed on the 22nd, and on the 27th we're going to release the electoral roll, the final electoral roll. Thereafter, the same will be handed over to the political parties, and it will also be people can view it. The next is for your kind information, JN Stadium will not be used for any purpose of election this time. We are shifting to ISBT. So we are going to have 15 assembly KHADC constituency, and out of which 10 constituency will be the nomination will be taken in ISBT 10, 3 will be in DC's office, and 2 in Khubor and Langkerdem will be in SDO civil Khubor. So the 3 assembly constituency which will be taken up in DC's office will be Nongspo, Soyong and Saraka. Okay. The rest then will be in ISBT. And then we already have about 2 rounds of training with the ROs and AROs, and also with the political party. And today this is the 3rd and final round with the political parties. We've briefed them the same thing that we reviewed just now. As you all know, the law and order situation in our district is peaceful, except for 1 or 2 pockets, which that also will be handled. Then we have a ceiling of expenditure for the. We have the commissioning of the EVMs. As of today, all the EVMs are there in ISBT. As today, it's a warehouse because it contains the EVMs of other districts too. But once we commission the EVMs, they will keep it in the strong room in ISBT itself, and from there we'll distribute to the different polling station on the date to be notified on Monday. Okay. So yes, we have actually a list of symbol also will be getting soon, so we'll be sharing with the political parties. If there's anything that you would like to ask.
Ma'am, you've mentioned about 2 places. What are these places?
One particularly right now. This is Mohammed. So this will be settled as of today. It's under curfew. One particular location, that is the Krishna Mission School, but that will be resolved.
Okay. And in terms of political leaders, any kinds of concerns that they've raised or that is needed to be focused on by the administration?
No, nothing.
For security, what steps are being taken or how much force is being used for this election, ma'am?
That SP is not here to mention, but we have taken care of everything.
Now, why is the election missionaries being shifted from DC office to ISBT? I mean, you mentioned only 3 conferences will be accepted for filing.
Thank you for the question. Actually, what happened is, as you all know, this is a period when school will be starting very soon, and also you've seen in the day-to-day there's traffic jam. Now, 2 is that there are schools which have the board exam has already been started. So to ease the traffic, and also because most of the activities of this election process is in ISBT, so we've decided that 10 of the constituency should be in ISBT.
Counting?
Everything. Counting for all constituencies.
In ISBT.
Inclusive of Pinursa. Inclusive. Right now we have 15 constituency. 10 will be in ISBT, 3 in DC's office, and 2 in Pinursa for the nomination. But for counting, everything will be from ISBT. Share with you the list. Actually, it's a long list. So, which one you want to do?
No, for all conferences.
Okay, 6 Soren Kham. It'll be Madam Manalisa Lakyang. For 7 Malcolm Road, it'll be Glistering Dahar. For 8 Nongkrem, Kumari R. Kulkarni. 9 Nongkadem, Wajri. 14 Mullim, Jacinta Undo. 15 Laban, Srimati P.K. Sanma. 16 Nongthamai, Shri Tersanbaha Marwin. 17 Lamkra, Srimati Devi Kanti Khasi. 18 Mokhar, Shri Sylvester Panbo. 19 Jayal Aldrin L. Bare. 20 Maulai, Srimati Danghun Shisha Dingdo. 21 Mauplam, Shri Kyrteng Song, Fenisam, Longsting. 22 Longspo, Shri Peter Tremi Pasar. Conduct has been will be effective from Monday. There are a few things that needs to be noted. Number 1, I will not read the whole thing. I've just we've highlighted a certain portion. All political parties contesting candidates require grant permission from the Deputy Commissioner's Office of Divisional Officers Civil Office for holding any public meeting, procession, and rally. That also include using of loudspeaker. Then for handling of the polling booth, no one without a valid pass from the returning officer concerned, not from DC, from the returning officer concerned, shall enter the polling booth. Then the next is cash. Carrying of cash money in excess of 50,000 is prohibited. Okay. If anyone, there are business people who do carry cash more than 50,000, they have already applied along with all relevant documents. There are people who are doing big business people, so they've already applied. Okay, and the contest that will be for both the in public as well as contesting candidate and their supporters. And any violation of this model code of conduct shall be addressed by the Deputy Commissioner and also the returning officer concerned. That's it.
What about depositing of arms license?
That also we have already issued an order for people with arms to deposit it in the Markhana.
Ensuring that it is a seamless process, the whole process of the election, starting from the nominations right up to the counting of the votes, which is scheduled on the 24th of February 2025. We have had very meaningful deliberation, and we are grateful to the representatives of the different political parties who have spared their valuable time to be here with us. As you are aware, that the Model Code of Conduct will come to force on the 27th of January, that is on Monday. And as pointed out by Madam DC, prohibitory orders will be issued today itself, but will come into force from the 27th of January. Prohibitory orders on defacement of property, prohibitory orders on deposition of arms, prohibitory orders in as far as carrying money is concerned beyond 50,000, and for which, if there are individuals, if any, who carry cash beyond 50,000 without intimation to this office, the same will be confiscated by our teams comprising of sector magistrates and sector police officers.
Arrangement of ISBT. Okay, the general public will not be allowed beyond this point, the entrance. This is the parking that has been reserved for candidates and elected agents. So there's going to be a police checkpoint over here. Okay, the strong room is actually going to be here. But as Madam has correctly pointed out, that it is not as yet a strong room because the commissioning of EVMs is yet to be completed. These are the nomination halls, the 10 halls where nominations will be received by the respective ROs for the DCC constituencies assigned to ISBT. Okay, and then obviously there is a huge parking space here for which parking for all the officers involved in the election machinery will be used. We also request our friends in the media that if your vehicles are coming in, kindly please park your vehicles this side so as to not cause any obstruction for the movement of candidates and election agents, together with the proposer, seconder, and maybe their spouse to the nomination process. Here there is a small instruction for each one of you. Kindly please, during the nomination process, focus only on the candidates giving their oath. Okay, please do not move from behind the RO for recording the proceedings. The reason being that the nomination papers are sacrosanct. These are legal documents, and for which it should not be going to the public domain. You can always accompany the candidates as and when they file the nominations. So we also have an area that is designated for you, where we will have a lounge for the members of the press and the electronic media, so that you do not have to move out and move in every time. You can always use that lounge for the nomination process at ISBT, because the maximum number will be in ISBT. Of course, in DC's office, you are at liberty to also use this room during the nomination process, but the nominations will be happening upstairs. 2 constituencies upstairs, Soyong and Nongspung, and Nongspung and Sorekham, and the building behind will be used for Nongspung. Just go to the next one, please. So, and this is for on the day of the issue and receipt of EVMs. So as you must be aware, there are certain polling stations which will be moving 2 days prior to the polls, that is on the 19th. Very few polling stations. These are to very far off areas, difficult areas. And majority of the polling stations will be moving on the 20th. As you know, the polls are on the 21st. So they will move from here, and they will also bring back the EVMs here. Okay. So as you must have seen that we have marked these constituencies. These are the receipt areas for the different constituencies, and this will also be the area where we will issue all the materials to all our polling personnel. And on the day of counting, this will also be the same area which will be secured and used for counting of the EVMs.
How many polling stations?
At present, because it's still draft, we have 836. The final list of polling stations, together with the final list of voters, will be made available to you on the 27th, which is the final day for publication of the electoral rolls of KHDC.